Welcome back to the Base Indonesian Show, where we take a look at one of the world's biggest theocracies run their country. Iranian morality police are once again reinforcing mandatory hijab rule. After a slew of protests in 2022 triggered by the oppression of women who refused the mandatory hijab rule, let's first answer why Iran has a morality police and a protest of women. Iran is a theocracy ever since the Iranian Revolution in 1979. They got sick of living the Western lifestyle and decided to be holy one day after some crazy partying. Then, they set up the moral police, called the Gasht-e-Ershad, to make sure everyone is up to Islamic moral standards. I am sorry if I butcher the Farsi language. They are a subdivision within the normal Iranian police and are armed with authority and weapons to stop you from committing bad morals. No more unprotected hand holding. No more snogging. No more trans people. None of that shit. No more short jeans. No more makeup. No more unveiled female hair, or you will get dragged away for spreading impropriety and sin. This, despite the fact that Iran is now a consumerist society closer to the West. Banning wearing makeup when you don't ban makeup? Iranian lawgivers should do a proper job at banning stuff better. Disappointed at their laziness. Jesus. But what do you expect from a country that has been trying to build nuclear weapons since 2000s? Possibly even earlier. And up till 2023, today, they still haven't blown up a parchment of desert with a nuke. When are you gonna finish it, Iran? Sounds like laziness to me. Moving back, Iranian women have solely been protesting against a mandatory hijab rule. Iran is an Islamic country. Thus, all women there must wear hijab, unless if you're rich and powerful, and you live in the better off parts of Tehran. That rule does not apply to you one bit. But it applies to a majority of Iranian women. And Iranian women are starting to get sick of the rule. They view this as an instrument for men to control and oppress women. That's not the case. Iran is trying to save these women from the burning depths of hell. And these women are being deluded by Western influence that is perpetrated by the Antichrist. Therefore, it is justified that Iran poisoned hundreds of schoolgirls and killed off a few women and cut off the internet to protect them from the clutches of the Dajjal that is the Western feminist ideals. Way to go, Iran. Nothing like fixing a problem by beating it up more. The protests turned into a full-blown rioting, and all it took was just the death of a single Iranian woman named Mahsa Amini. She will be forever remembered as a martyr for women's freedom from the hijab. But this protest was different from what it was before. The previous protest in 2019, which killed 1,500 people, was triggered by oil prices and calls for democracy. The Mahsa Amini protest, as it is called, outright called for the overthrow of the entire Islamic regime. The Iranian government has periodically responded with demands from the people through violence, as they should be. Sharia enforcement through repression has made the Sharia law even more unpopular in the face of a more globalized era that is shaped by Western humanist values. Iran's insistence in mixing religion with its politics while its society is protesting against laws and norms is a sign that Iran wants to move forward. Whether it is bad or not depends on the enforcement of those laws. One can argue that Saudi Arabia, despite having its warts and flaws, still has a society compliant on religion mixing with politics. Though under Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi Arabia has begun relaxing its norms. What's clear, however, is in present times, religion shouldn't mix with politics to dictate the lives of its populace. When society is shaped by a diverse array of beliefs and background, the practice of politics is run by people, and people are corruptible. So what is to say that there is no possibility that bad people will abuse politics using religion, when the only oversight towards religious politics is the wrath of God? How do we know if those politicians are not afraid to sin? How do we certainly know for sure? Religion should only be a private matter and should not be the business of a nation, especially when we live in a country that is diverse, multicultural, multi-religious. Otherwise, we will only be subjects to people using religion as an instrument to control us. Keep your eyes peeled. Usually, the loud and sanctimonious ones are the ones that have lower understanding of their faith. Thanks for watching this episode of the Base Indonesian Show. Click a like and subscribe and leave a comment and all of that shit. I will see you in the next episode of the Base Indonesian Show. Bye bye, real people.